You're listening to the Sports Journey Broadcast Network.
Are you stressed over credit cards and other debts? Maybe through no fault of your own? Imagine how it would feel to have that weight lifted right off your shoulders. Well, here's some good news from America's trusted name in debt relief. Care One providers have already helped over 4.5 million people in debt, and we can help you today. Just call this toll-free number to speak with a friendly representative, and in just minutes, you'll get your free debt relief analysis.
Just call the toll-free number today.
Long, lean, tight, beautiful. Imagine having a sexy, slender, awesome body, but without ever having to do another boring, tedious workout again. Introducing Flirty Girl Fitness, the hot new body makeover system that takes the world's sexiest dance moves from music videos, club dancing, even exotic dancing, and turns them into fast, fun, fat-burning routines that anyone can do. With guaranteed results that are so phenomenal, you'll lose up to 2 pant sizes and an amazing 3 inches around your waist in just the first 10 days.
I lost 25 inches, 2 feet, all around my body. I've lost 30 pounds and 44 inches. I've never had this much success with any other thing that I've tried.
The secret is the flirtatiously fun dance progressions designed to flatten your abs, thin your hips and thighs, plus lift and firm your booty. All while you're just having fun moving and dancing to the music.
It is just a blast. You're having a great time. You don't even know you're working out. It is just so much fun.
And now, for only $19.99, you can have the hot new Flirty Girl Fitness DVD, Booty Beat, featuring super sexy fat-burning routines from your favorite music videos.
You're doing this dance and you're feeling so sexy while you're doing it, and your body just changes.
But it gets even better. Call now, and you can have this amazing DVD for only $9.99. Plus, we'll also include a free bonus DVD, the flirtatiously fun chair dance. Altogether, this is a $40 value, yours right now for only $9.99. Plus, ask your operator how you can try the Flirty Girl Fitness Pole in your own home for only $1.
It's fun and you get results. What is better than that?
So don't wait. Call right now.
Call 1-800-691-5304. That's 1-800-691-5304. Call now.
Hi, I'm Dr. Wendy Jacobs of Jacobs Chiropractic, located in South Arlington, Virginia. We are a primarily sports chiropractic office, but we take care of all sorts of ailments and disorders that people have, injuries. I've been a chiropractor for 16 years. I was an athletic trainer for 14 years prior to that, so I have a vast knowledge and experience level dealing with sports injuries and other types of injuries.
Want clear skin all over? Well, get set, because Proactive's Deep Cleansing Body Wash is back. And so is free shipping. 2 hot summer deals. Now Proactive clears acne on your face and body, so you feel confident all over. And the body wash is yours free when you order Proactive today.
The Deep Cleansing Wash, it really exfoliates the skin. I use that on my arms, my legs, my chest.
My skin was smoother. It got rid of the small little bumps on my shoulders and back.
Proactive has a $40 value, but with today's special offer, pay just $19.95 and your shipping is free. Plus, get the Deep Cleansing Wash free to polish your skin to perfection.
I went out and bought a little spaghetti strap dress, and it was a really amazing feeling.
Act fast and we'll add a free travel-size green tea moisturizer. Don't wait. Order Proactive today and get free shipping, but only for a limited time.
Should have been the starting quarterback. That's just my opinion. I'm not upset that John Beck is the starting quarterback, but I think that Rex didn't play well. That's an understatement. But fans out there have to understand this football game, man. It's not as easy as just replacing people left and right. You have to have some kind of continuity and some unity, and I just think that Rex knows the offense. I really do.
You know what? Rex was in the offense in Houston, so anytime you have experience in any offense, you have an upper hand on guys coming in. Also, Rex, has the experience over Beck in terms of playing. They are the same age, but Rex has been in the league. He's been a starter in this league, and he's played in the Super Bowl. Regardless of the type of games that Rex has had, he's had just as many good games as bad games. And people forget the good just when you throw 4 picks. But Mike Vick threw 4 picks in a game. The other quarterback, Tom Brady threw 4 picks a couple weeks ago. It's just because of who we are, and the Redskins have been down for so long that they forget about who cares that Tom Brady did it. He's still the best, but they lost that game because of 4 picks. But,
exactly.
It is what it is at the end of the day. But I feel like Rex he's handling the situation pretty good. Today I seen him in the locker room after. I was like, "You all right?" He's like, "Hey, I've been in the hole my whole career." So it's nothing I've never faced. But at the same time, he's like, I'm happy that they did that to give Beck a chance because he deserves it. He prepares and stuff like that. And he was like, you know what? If not now, then when? So he's been in this league for a long time, and excited where Coach Shanahan's trying to go with this team. And he said he picked 53 guys on the roster for a reason. He said he would pick the best available guys to feel like they put us in the best situation to win. But at the end of the day, that's all it's about is winning and losing. So
you know what too is Rex has something that no quarterback outside of Eli Manning in the NFC East. Talking about Michael Vick, Tony Romo. Rex has been to a Super Bowl.
That's true.
So for Rex, I think that Rex actually, has an opportunity to perhaps school John Beck. And I don't think that that's a situation that a lot of people understand there. You just said it yourself, and that's great to hear that. He's still the consummate teammate, for guys out there. But let me ask you this, and getting back to Sunday, I asked Anthony yesterday, I asked Terrence on Monday, are you at a point, this team, where you feel like this Carolina game is a must-win?
That's definitely a must-win. I mean, I feel like every week is a must-win, but in the same situation, you're going into a team who is basically playing for everything. They have nothing to lose at the same time. We're a team who, I believe we're second in the NFC East, but, regardless of the wins and losses, the Giants are ahead of us just because they have one more game than us. But at the end of the day, they have a great quarterback in Cam Newton. They have a great guy who's been electrifying for many years in Steve Smith, and they got a defense. Chris Gamble's playing the best ball of his career, So, you look at it from that standpoint, they got some experienced backers and stuff like that, and they got, guys who their backers come downhill. They're not afraid to hit, and anytime you have that, and you're physical, you have a chance to win any game. And you look at all the games they played in, the only game they've lost by a large margin was the Falcons game. That was 14 points. Every other game was decided by 7 or less points, So they're a team who will, be on uprise soon. They just got to figure out their identity first, and I hope it's not this week because, we're trying to win this thing, and they're gonna give us a dogfight. We know that it's the NFL. Everyone plays hard, So
Cam Newton is, for my money right now, the rookie of the year in the NFL, and
I would have to agree with that.
Yeah, there were a lot of naysayers out there that were like, this guy is. Is he a pocket quarterback? He's just going to be an athlete. He's coming from a spread at Auburn. Man, come on.
I always said he was a guy, in the draft that if you passed up on him, he's played well, you're going to get criticized for it. Your whole scout department might be gone.
Yeah. You're going to lose some points on that.
Definitely. But if you picked him and he was a bust, hey, it was expected, So it's kind of like a
Is it fair, though? I mean, come on, think about it. I mean, this guy was the Heisman Trophy winner, national championship. For me, the greatest game I saw him play all year was against Alabama, the final game, the Iron Bowl, they call that. And he brought Auburn back. I think they were down like 17 in the first half at Alabama.
I remember that game. Came back and won the game. I remember that.
Yeah, so, he came back, showed a lot of heart. And I'm thinking this guy's going to make a professional team real happy. And I was hoping it would have been here. But naturally, he played himself to that number 1 pick, so you couldn't get him.
That's true. I mean, you look back at the draft, and I wouldn't say you would wish to have a guy like that because I believe in Rex and Beck, and Kerrigan has done a great job. I argue say, he's having a Pro Bowl season up until this point, just in terms of sacks and numbers.
And he came out last night, and you could see with him that he's a humble kid.
You know what he is. Even even the way he works in the weight room and in the training room. His training room, the training room is the most important thing in the NFL. A lot of people don't know that. They just look at, oh, this guy's hurt. He needs to get back. But the things you do leading up to that point and what you do after the injury is what keeps you in the league. And Ryan Kerrigan understands that. You can tell he's came from a program who's successful and, had,
Big Ten guy.
Yeah,
Big Ten guy.
Yeah, basically.
we're all successful.
I don't know about that, but
come on now. Don't get mad. No,
hey, I'm just saying. I would never criticize the Big Ten. I think they do a great job in terms of producing players, I guess they call them. But
man, they produce football players. They produce basketball players. They produce entrepreneurs. They produce broadcasters.
You know what?
Yeah.
I don't know any guys from Penn State that came that in the NBA. I'm just saying. I don't know. I mean, off the top of my head, there might be some great players. But
well, the most infamous was teammate of mine back there, John Amici.
Okay.
You remember John Amici?
Big dude. I remember.
You remember what his claim to fame is, though?
No, I don't.
He just say he came out the closet.
Oh, man.
He did. He went public with it, and he's in England right now. So yeah, that's what happened.
Hey, more power to
yeah, and I had people say, "You actually showered?" Nah, man. Nah, I don't even want to go down that road. No. So that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day.
Definitely.
A whole nother day. Now, what's this I'm seeing here in the chat box? Todd, who's in our chat box, and what's up, everybody in the chat box throughout the country who are logging in, checking us out. He said that you're the third-string quarterback on this team.
I am the third-string quarterback. I have a history of quarterback. Coach Shanahan looked at me the same way, and I took a snap, and he was like, "Oh, okay." Well,
come on
third-string
now.
Hey, I'm just saying, we can run option. We can do a lot of things. I can throw the ball 65 in the air.
Where did you play at Villanova?
I played linebacker and strong safety.
No quarterback?
No quarterback.
Did you play quarterback in high school?
I played starting quarterback in high school.
Okay. All right. Okay. So I'm going to get you. So you were the point guard.
Point guard.
4 state championships. I know you remind everybody.
Like 6 in a row for my school.
Like Ric Flair, 4-time state champion. Okay, so you have your 4 state championships as a point guard. And then as a quarterback, how many?
I got 1 Long Island chip and 1 Suffolk County chip.
That's decent, though.
Yeah, hey.
I mean, let's face it. If you were the starting quarterback and the starting point guard, that means you were the man in your high school.
I mean, you could arguably say that, but
no, there's no arguing. I mean, I've never – listen, I was a starting point guard. I played football, but I was on that bench. But I'm saying, if I'm looking at the starting point guard and he happens to be the starting quarterback,
hey,
yeah, man, you was the ladies' man in high school. That you were the guy. You were that guy. Make no mistake about
that. My daddy would have killed me.
Okay, all right. I'm glad to hear Dad was in there.
Yeah,
that's good. That's good.
I come from a basketball background. We got guys, AJ Price, who plays with the Pacers now.
Okay.
Yeah, I was with him. Jason Frazier went to Villanova.
Okay.
Yeah, so I have a history of basketball in my
Price
town,
went to he went to Connecticut, and then he have I think he missed his first 2 years or something. Yeah, exactly. Okay,
yep.
So he was in your high school.
Yep.
So he was a starting 2 guard.
Yeah, he was a starter. Yeah, he was the man. He was the man.
So you were just passing the ball.
That's it. Passing the ball average. I got the record for steals in the game. 9.
What? 9. Okay. So no, that's decent, man. I didn't know you had you had some versatility like that.
Ran track as well.
Come on now.
10,900 at 225. That's not too bad.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
What's your 40 time?
I ran 4.51 on pro day.
Yeah, man. Darrel shocking the world right here. Yeah, you shocking the world right now.
Yeah, I got some success in terms of sports outside of football. But
okay, all right.
Yeah, New York's not that bad in sports.
That's they're not bad at all. But I will say this though, New York is. I mean, I have some friends. Some of them might even be in there right now. They are very, very, very boastful coming out of New York. Braggadocious is the word I'm looking for. Guys come out of there and they like, yeah, we do this, we do that. Everything starts and ends in New York, and to some extent, yes. But what do I know New York for? I know New York for New York City, of course. I know New York for hip hop. I do know you know. Okay. Well, let me ask you this, because about what was it, Jarman? Like 3 weeks ago, we actually had, we could bring Jarman on for a couple seconds here. We had a couple weeks ago, remember on Anthony's show, we had the greatest hip-hop artists of all time, and we had like a playoff. And, well, we get you on the other line. There we go. All right, you there?
It was a debacle.
And the winner was Tupac as the greatest MC of all time. You're from New York.
I'm going to go Biggie, man.
Well,
we went Biggie. But this is where the tomfoolery went.
Yeah.
There was no Rakim even mentioned. KRS. They laughed when we said KRS.
Hey, KRS has some hits now.
KRS still can out-rap half these cats out here right now. And my personal favorite, they didn't even mention the Wu. How can you not mention
because that's
the
a
Wu?
group, though. That's the problem. It's a group,
at
though.
least mention Method Man or Raekwon the Chef or even the RZA or Master Killer, Ghostface, somebody. It was very disrespectful, and I felt like walking off.
So you would say Biggie?
I'm a Biggie fan.
Oh,
man.
I am too, man. I mean, that's just
I'm a Biggie fan.
That's all day. That's all day.
I mean, Jay-Z. I mean, arguably, what does he have? 12 platinum albums, you know? So
where did Jay-Z finish in that thing? Do you remember?
He was in the top 5.
Yeah, man.
I think Tupac.
And
this
was fans voting on this. So all this stuff, you know, all these people who come to Sports Journey through the fans, and people come out to the venues. We let them get involved, but I was highly disappointed in everyone that day. So that's a whole nother story.
Yeah, you can go any way with rap. You know, it's just about where you grow up. So obviously gonna be biased. I'm gonna be biased towards Jay-Z. A lot of guys gonna say Lil Wayne.
Yeah,
you know, I think Lil Wayne's taking over right now, but you know, so is Drake up in Canada. You know,
Lil Wayne didn't even make the competition though.
Nah, he was on there, but
was?
he was on there, but he didn't.
If he ain't making it.
Nas,
he was decent.
Nas was knocked out in the first round. How do you knock Nas out in the first round?
Yeah.
By Eminem.
Eminem.
Nah, Eminem's nice.
Eminem's nice, but he's not Nas nice.
He's not that bad. We have Big Dunk is in the chat box. He says he still can't believe London Fletcher played basketball.
London Fletcher showed me his tape last year. I said, Fletcher.
So I don't want to tell Fletcher. I don't want to see any tape. I want to see
That's
today.
why I told him he had the rolling tape. He had the rolling tape.
Oh, my God.
No, I always
had
mess
little
with him.
glitches in
I
it.
always mess with him. Told me he played with leather helmets and stuff. But no, Fletcher was an unbelievable basketball player.
They say London was nice, man, for what, John Carroll?
Yeah,
for the college.
I was shocked. When they showed me, I said, "That's you." Said that little midget on the court. No, man, come on. You got to tell me.
See, I'm trying to get together a media versus player setup, and I know they do that sometimes, but I'm talking about real ballers. You know, not just go out there and be cute and all that. I'm talking about trying to beat you guys for real.
There's a lot of people that think they can. You know, football players swear they can play basketball. I mean, I got the history to show it.
Yeah.
You know, so. But you got a lot of guys like D Hall who will challenge you in the game of horse real quick. You know?
Nah, I'm talking about for real on the court,
Yeah.
going up and down the court. I want to see what you have at that point.
Man, that defines a basketball player. I don't care how well you can do one thing. You know, you got to be a complete player, and that just goes to show about the conversation about who's arguably the best in the league. You know, so
We're gonna do that because ESPN had their player rankings, and I'm a big Derrick Rose fan, having been a former point guard. I mean, that guy's he was 6 on the list.
D Rose is the man.
So that
I don't know why he's 6 on the list. What does he make up 49% of the offense of the Bulls?
Yeah, and
something like that.
Last year wasn't he the MVP of the league? Okay, yeah, I thought so. And I think they tried to do it in waves of 5. So in other words, they tried to get true positional players per 5. So that meant that their top point guard was Chris Paul, and I love Chris Paul. I think Chris Paul is like a baby Isaiah, but not Derrick Rose. Not over Derrick Rose. No, sir. No way.
I know, Chris Paul's from Winston-Salem, down in North Carolina. My family knows him personally, but I like Chris Paul. Don't get me wrong.
No, he's a great kid too.
D Rose does it all. He
does it
all. The team can win without Chris Paul. They can't win without D Rose. So. I won't say they can't win because they're professionals, but D Rose brings a lot to the table, and he changes the pace of the game.
I think that's an excellent point that you just make there. So, look, what we'll do is we have a couple things. We have our NFL picks that we're going to go through, and I'll tell you the picks of some of your teammates from earlier this week. Terrence Austin has some picks. Anthony Armstrong, Ryan Kerrigan, we got his picks too. So we'll get Darrel Young picks, and obviously you know that you cannot pick your team. I mean, that's a given because we expect you to be able to say your team's going to win. If you come on here and say, I don't think we're going to beat Carolina, yeah, you wouldn't be able to go to Redskins Park tomorrow. So we won't do that. And then we'll also, tonight, we're going to have a lot of fun with this. We're going to have Darrel Young's. It's his show right here from Oro Pomodoro in Rockville, Maryland. It's his show, so what we're going to do is have Darrel Young's top NBA picks. And I think, Kobe Bryant at number 7 on ESPN's list is not going to be on your list.
No. Yes, that man's got 5 rings, and he got, 2 without Shaq, so they can't say, I mean, I'm not a Kobe fan. Don't get me wrong.
No, I mean, I'm not necessarily a Kobe fan either, but he is the best player in the game.
I could not disagree with that. He is the best.
And people acting like this guy's going to come out, if there is a season, which I think it will be, by the way, I think people expect Kobe Bryant to take the field, not the field, but to take the court with a gray beard or something like that. Like they're totally forgetting about him. And I think that's going to, if you're a competitive person like he is, I think that actually will awaken a sleeping giant. You might see something, like I think it was the kid Williams from Arizona. He actually said that Kobe's going to give somebody 82 again this year.
He might. You never know. You never know what you're going to get from Kobe.
If he does, that'll be nuts, man.
You know he's going to shoot 30 shots, though. You do know that.
Exactly. If he does, that will be nuts. So, look, folks, we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we'll get into all this stuff on tonight's show. Once again, if you're in the chat box, fire away your questions, and we will read your stuff right here on sportsjourney.com. Hang tight, folks. We'll be right back.
You're listening to the Sports Journey Broadcast Network.
Men, are you urinating more frequently? Do you wake up to urinate? Now be honest, is your sex life what it used to be? Don't ignore these changes. Your prostate health can affect your whole life. Call right now to discover the Beta Prostate free bottle giveaway. Beta Prostate is a natural supplement that helps your body maintain prostate health. This includes stronger urine flow, healthy bladder emptying. It even reduces waking at night from the urge to go. Take care of your prostate, and it will take care of you. Learn how to try Beta Prostate free. You only pay a low shipping and handling fee. Call 1-888-770-2023. That's 1-888-770-2023. When you call in the next 5 minutes, you'll learn how to get a free super vitamin D with your free Beta Prostate. Don't wait. Call 1-888-770-2023. That's 1-888-770-2023.
Sports Journey Radio with Lake Lewis.
You know, I saw Jimi Hendrix, too. And I'm
No way.
Yeah, you know where I saw him? In 1984.
From your crib?
No, 1984. And you're probably thinking, how could that be 1984? Because...
Well, he was dead in 1970.
Well, no, 1984. My mom bought my sister ticket to Purple Rain, the Prince concert. That's Jimi Hendrix. Purple Rain, Purple Rain. That's who he thinks he is.
Oh, Mom.
So I saw him, too. Left-handed on the guitar. Come on, you can't tell me Prince does not duplicate Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah, first of all, it's funny. I never really thought about the analogies there with Prince using that sort of foppish.
Yeah.
And the fact that, he dresses up. If he were on the street, people would say, is he a man or a mouse,
Attention, all Medicare beneficiaries who need assistance getting around their homes. There is a Medicare benefit that may qualify you for a power chair or scooter at little to no cost to you. Imagine one scooter or power chair that could improve your mobility and your life. One Medicare benefit that, with private insurance, may entitle you to pay little to nothing to own it. One company that can make it all happen.
Your power chair will be paid in full.
The Scooter Store.
Hi, I'm Doug Harrison. We're experts at getting you the power chair or scooter you need. In fact, if we qualify you for Medicare reimbursement and Medicare denies your claim, we'll give you your power chair or scooter free.
I didn't pay a penny out of pocket for my power chair.
Call the Scooter Store for free information today.
Call 1-800-673-3020. Some restrictions apply. Call for details. 1-800-673-3020. That's 1-800-673-3020.
Are you working harder than ever at your job, but find yourself getting nowhere? Do you hate spending hundreds of dollars every week on daycare, having someone else raise your children? With our free information, you can lead a happier life, work from home, and start earning money as soon as next week.
I was a traditional business owner, and our business was affected greatly by the economy, so we were looking for another income stream. It allowed me to actually walk away from a 16-year career and part owner in a traditional business just after 8 months.
Go to freedom145.com. Get out of the rat race, work from home, and start earning great money as soon as next week.
I'm a single mom. Before this business, I was over $90,000 in credit card debt alone. And now we go to Disneyland, Disney World. We've been on vacations to Hawaii. I never could have done that before this business.
Go to freedom145.com right now and change your life today. That's freedom, the number 145.com. Freedom145.com. And start earning great money as soon as next week.
I'm Shaker Shambozi for Peter. I'm a boxer. I fight for a living. My opponents and I know that when we step into the ring, we choose to be there. And that if we don't come out on top, we can at least walk away. Dogfighting isn't like that. Dogs don't have a choice. Many of them get hurt badly or are cruelly killed. So join with me and team up with athletes nationwide in the fight against animal cruelty.
That threw me off there. I'm sorry. I'm totally sorry. We are back with the Darrel Young Show right here on the Sports Sports Journey Broadcast Network, and a couple things that we want to do here. We want to get into some of our NFL predictions for the week ahead and see how much you know. See how much stuff this guy knows here. Just finding out today that he's a starting quarterback on the high school team. That's crazy, man. That doesn't make any sense, Darrel. I mean, serious.
Hey, talented, man. What can I say?
Would you be comfortable if you were called upon on Sunday to be the Washington Redskins quarterback?
Yes.
No. You're not going to be comfortable with that. I can tell you that right now.
You know what? I would just run the ball every play, probably.
Oh, my.
I would scramble. I would hand it off the terrain. Can't go wrong with that.
You know, Brian Mitchell actually was third string quarterback too.
Mitchell's a good guy.
And he had an actual game. I think it was the Philadelphia Eagles game. They call it the body bag game. You might want to check that out for historical purposes. They actually had him come in, and he actually did some work. So, yeah, that was
got to talk to him about that one.
Yeah. You want to bring that up with him. So, let's do this. Some of your teammates this week, Terrence Austin, I was with him on Monday. Anthony Armstrong yesterday. Ryan Kerrigan came out, and they all had their predictions. Mr. Jarman Gant, who's sitting here to the left, had some predictions as well. And Miss Diane Cheeseborough, who's on the end, she had some predictions. So, we're going to make this real easy for you. Just stick to my predictions, you'll win. That's normally the way it works. So, all right, so this is what we have so far. I just need for you to tell me, and Diane, are you want to get these down? All right, so you tell me who's going to win, all right? So first we have Denver at Miami. Does it even matter, seriously?
No, it doesn't. I'm going Miami at home. Tebow struggling. I'm going Miami.
All right, he has Miami. Houston at Tennessee.
You know what, Andre Johnson playing this week?
Nope.
I'm going to have to go with Tennessee.
Okay, smart man. We all said the same thing. Atlanta at Detroit.
I think Atlanta takes that one. I think Detroit loses another one.
Let me show you something. This is why you are a smart man, because what does that say across the board? Ryan Kerrigan, Detroit. Anthony Armstrong, Detroit. Let's make sure we keep going here. Terrence Austin, Detroit. Diane Cheeseborough, Detroit. Jarman Gant, Detroit. Lake Lewis, Atlanta. Yeah, see, smart man right here. That's why we do this. That's good. That's good right there. Okay, San Diego at the New York Jets. Coming back home, so to speak.
You know what? I have to go with the Jets. You know what? They looked all right the other night. You know what? I'm going to have to go with them. It's a short week for them.
Uh-huh.
You know, as long as they're healthy, I think they'll be fine in that game. I'm going to go with the Jets on that one.
All right, so you and Anthony Armstrong and Diane say the Jets, and I say, okay, somebody did something wrong here because they have me down for San Diego on one and the Jets on the other, so I can't go wrong anyway. All right, moving along. Moving along here. Obviously, we can't pick your team. Obviously, we know they're going to win. We expect you to win.
14-point margin.
You will?
Yeah, I'm going 14-point margin.
Okay.
It's time to blow out a team. I'm tired of these close games. It's stressful.
you know, the thing is, I wish the other guys thought that way, because I mean, talent-wise, let's face it, you guys could be scoring every time you get the ball.
Yeah, we drive the field. We move the ball up and down the field just when we get in the red zone. You know, I think we were 1 for 10 on third downs, you know, the other day. So
you struggle a little bit.
We kill our own selves with penalties and, you know, just not missed assignments, but us not making plays and being productive like we're supposed to be and how we know we could be. So.
Exactly. So, folks, everyone on this panel says the Redskins over Carolina. You have the Chicago Bears at Tampa Bay. That's a tough game right there, man.
I'm going to Bears. I like what Forte is doing right now. I mean, after watching the film today and seeing them put up 205 yards versus Carolina, and you know, I know Tampa Bay is good, and you know they're young, and Josh Freeman's playing well, but I'm going with.
You might see the problem with that pick, Darrell, is that it's called the curse of Jarman Gant.
Hey, you know what? That's true.
And he's the only one that picked Chicago. He was the only one that picked Minnesota last week.
I wouldn't even dare pick Minnesota.
Okay, so you went out on a limb. You're taking – you know this game is at Tampa Bay.
Hey, you know what? what? You got to win on the road. That's how you get in the playoffs.
That's a safe way to get out of that one. They did beat New Orleans. They did beat New Orleans last week too. They beat New Orleans last week though.
That's the overseas game.
That's right.
So
it's in London. It's in Wembley Stadium. That's right.
And
that's
I
right.
called the Bears, so I think I'm good in that.
I'm going Bears.
You know what? Now that I know that they're playing in London, still doesn't matter. Still doesn't matter. No, it doesn't matter. So, all right. So we'll stick to that. All right. So next game. Ooh, this is a really good one. This might be the game of the week. Seattle at Cleveland.
That's a boring game, man. That's so boring.
That might be the ugliest game ever.
I'm gonna go with Cleveland, man. They just both are so bad.
Yeah,
Just go with Cleveland.
yeah. You're the only person to pick Cleveland though, out of everyone, your teammates and all of us. So he's going with Cleveland.
It's about time for Peyton Hillis to show out again. So I'm going with Peyton.
I'm a Peyton Hillis fan. I really am. I really am.
He was in Denver with Shanahan, and I hear that story all the time about how he didn't want to play fullback, and now he's your Pro Bowl tailback and on the cover of Madden. So
people don't realize that for 1 year he was with Darren McFadden and Felix Jones.
He was behind. He was the third string guy.
That's ugly.
Yeah, I didn't know that till a couple weeks ago. Myself and Rain were talking about it.
Yeah, man, that's incredible right there. You talking about a legendary college backfield. All right, so moving forward, you have Pittsburgh at Arizona.
I'm going Pitt.
Pittsburgh, I think. Yeah, need not we talk about that. Kansas City Chiefs going to Oakland and facing, and I said this yesterday, if Carson Palmer starts for the Raiders on Sunday, the NFL need to come down hard on the Raiders for that. You can't have a guy off the street starting overnight.
You know what? I like what Jason Campbell was doing. Man, I know he's hurt now. I like what he was doing with those guys.
I do too.
I think they take a step back with whatever quarterback's in there. So I'm going to go with Kansas City.
I'm so glad that you're saying that because I thought Jason Campbell had resurrected his career and the team was starting to adapt to him and the Raiders look like they're on to something. I'm surprised that you go out and you get another guy unless that collarbone is something that could keep him out indefinitely for the season. Okay, maybe so, but you're still bringing in a guy that's not expected to get a job up.
Yeah, you know what I think that's Carson Palmer's team next year. I don't know what.
Oh no, it is. It's got to be.
Yeah, but
perhaps Jason comes back. You leave it alone.
We'll see.
Leave it alone.
We'll see.
All right, Green Bay at Minnesota.
Green
Bay. Everybody says that.
Christian Ponder's going to do it. He might play well.
He might play well. He might play well.
But I just think Green Bay is hot right now. They took off from where they were at last year. They're a better team, and they got all the guys healthy back who missed. People forget. I think the starting tight end, what was his name?
Jermichael Finley. Oh, he's
out.
Nice.
He was out. I think he tore his ACL in that game.
Exactly, he did. He got hurt with you guys.
Yep, so,
is he, in your opinion, would you say he's like top 2 or 3 tight ends in the game right now?
No.
Not yet?
No, not yet.
Could emerge, though?
Yeah, he could. He definitely could emerge.
Got some size on him.
Jason Witten and Dallas Clark, those guys right there, they perform week in and week out.
What about Aaron Rodgers, though?
Aaron Rodgers is a beast.
Is he, in your opinion, is he top 2 or 3, or is he 1, or?
Is Peyton out of this?
Peyton's out of this right now because he's not playing.
Yes.
Number 2?
Yeah.
Behind Tom Brady.
Behind Brady. Aaron Rodgers is the man.
So you say Rodgers better than Drew Brees?
Yeah, man. I'm taking Aaron Rodgers. He hot.
Okay.
He's confident back there.
I agree. I agree. I can accept that. Man. So, all right. So we have Green Bay in that game. St. Louis at Dallas.
We'll go Dallas. I think St. Louis is a team who's struggling. They got a lot of young guys. They don't have a receiver.
They got Brandon Lloyd in a trade, but that's just one guy.
He's just coming there.
Exactly.
You got to find other guys who can fit in the system. And Mike Sims-Walker, dropped a lot of passes versus us. So just to see how, he got a lot of fame. And I'm glad, he is where he is now just because he got paid off that one catch. And he's a great player, but he just didn't play well versus us. So I don't see them doing. They got a great quarterback. They just aren't, performing.
Okay. All right. And then let's see here. Sunday night. Indianapolis at New Orleans.
That's not even
the Andrew Luck sweepstakes continues in Indianapolis. That's what that is. And then Monday Night Football, you have Baltimore at Jacksonville. That's gonna be a very good, hard-fought football game.
That's gonna be a hard-fought. I think Jones-Drew is a monster. I like what he brings to the game. You talk about a guy who basically started Merriman being out.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
That was the last thing you heard about Merriman.
Yeah, he did.
Before this year, but lights out. Yeah, he put his lights out.
But they're not beating Baltimore.
No, they're not.
I'm just gonna say, come to your senses real quick.
I think that defense, they do a great job in terms of what they preach and the way they approach the game.
Right.
They're a physical team, and that's what makes them the Baltimore Ravens. That's why them in Pittsburgh is such a great game every year to watch.
Hard-nosed football. That's the kind of football you like.
I love it. That's the best part.
You're a fullback, man, so you seek that kind of contact. So Diane, you have picked up Darrel's carnage of picks, so that's what that is, because I just need people to know I don't lose at these things. I take the real picks. I
might go 13 for 13. To be honest.
You go 13 for 13. You can do the show by yourself next week. Nah, man. The thing is there's no exact science to having these picks and stuff like that. And Diane's putting together a nice little spreadsheet, so I won't have to have the papers and all that stuff, but. Because, they tried to set me up last week. I looked down on the list, and she said that I picked Dallas over New England. Absolutely not.
That's not even a question.
Yes, she did. She said it last night. She said I picked Dallas. No way was I going to pick Dallas.
You know what? You never know what you're going to get from Dallas, though, because Tony Romo,
that is true.
Up and down.
That is true.
One game, he is the man, and although he did play good in this last game, it wasn't his fault, I don't believe, at the end of the game. But, they just –
it's Dallas, man.
Fourth quarter, 2-minute time is what I call him.
Yeah,
he's ridiculous. You can't coach what he brings.
Yeah, it's Dallas. I mean, those things happen with those guys. We are right here at Oro Pomodoro here in Rockville, Maryland, at the Rockville Town Center. We'll be here every Wednesday from 7 to 9. For everyone out there, please, if you can, come on out. I know it's pretty nasty out there today.
It's been raining every Wednesday.
It has, man. It has. It actually is transferred to you because last year we had an ongoing joke that, every Tuesday we would always have Anthony's show get rain on it, but now it's transferred over to you. That's all right though, man. It's midweek. It'll build. It'll catch on. Nice buzz here in the building. Great venue. If you haven't been here. This is a nice place. You can come here, have a nice night out. If you have a significant other, if you just want to come out with some friends, I encourage you to come here too. A couple TV screens, couple big TV screen. But once again, the food. You were impressed with the pizza last time.
Pizza. I got the same pizza before we started the show today.
You gotta diversify your food taste, though.
No, I don't like change. If it's good, I'm gonna eat it. I don't like change too much.
See, that's what I've noticed, and you said that earlier. You're not, you had a crack phone. That's.
I'm not changing that.
So I'm starting to believe it's not change. It's superstition, and that's what that is.
It used to be. Some things, yeah.
Oh
the phone,
man, you got the
like
bug.
I just like what's mine.
you got the superstition bug going on. That's what that is. Oh man.
I just like what's mine.
So if you guys lose, like you guys lost Sunday, will you change something in your routine?
Yeah, I'm getting a haircut this week. I already thought about that.
All off or just fade it up, tighten it up?
Yeah, just tighten it up.
Okay.
If we win, I just leave it, get the scruffy face. But
Okay. All right. So if you lose, you get a cut. If you win, you just keep letting it go.
Just let it go.
So you're trying to tell me if you guys rip off 5-6 in a row, you're gonna come to Oro Pomodoro and it's gonna be going on.
I'm gonna be looking like a Reed.
You know what? I think most fans will take that. I think most fans will definitely take that and live with that.
It's time to bring some excitement back to the city. I know every year that's the goal, but it's time. I'm tired of playing in games with decided by 3 or more points that come down to the last drive, to come down to the last play. It's just frustrating and stressful. Not only for the fans but for the players as well, the coaching staff, and just going over to the next week. It's like, man, we just got past that. Now it's Wednesday. We got to get over that.
You can't get over that stuff, though.
You can't.
I'm still holding on about the Dallas game.
Oh, man, that's you know what? We get in those situations. We put ourselves in that situation. They kind of we didn't understand the surface that we were getting ourselves into. They opened the roof, for pregame, and the field got moist as the game went on.
They did it to Detroit too, by the way.
They did it to Detroit, and everyone was slipping. They went in the locker room and changed their screws. So they had the upper hand on that. That's okay. They got to come see us though in the cold. They don't like the cold.
They do. Let me ask you this, man, because you guys know we're friends, and I try not to. Just my style, rub some people the wrong way because they think that I should grill you guys. I've had some people tell me, these guys really well. You should be the one firing away, and I'm like, no, that's not me. But I do think that this question should be asked. This might be the toughest question that you'll ever hear come out of my mouth. But do you feel as if all 53 of those guys came out the burgundy and gold locker room believed that they could beat Philadelphia on Sunday?
You know what? I do believe it, but if you look at this past week, teams that came off the bye week, and
turn your thing up just a little bit.
Yeah, teams that come off the bye week, just this whole season and stuff like that. It's just it hasn't been good for those teams, And I don't know the ratio, but I know teams haven't been winning coming off the bye just because we have a little bit of an extended time period. I'm not saying guys get lazy and stuff like that, but you got to get the speed back of the game. Sometimes it takes the whole half to get your legs back. By that time, it might be too late, which was the situation with Philly. So we put ourselves in that predicament. Got down 20-0.
Yeah, because I will say the first 30 minutes it was almost like guys were sleepwalking.
Yeah, we felt slow. We didn't have our legs. I'm not going to even lie about that, but we came out at halftime and we dug ourselves in a hole that we weren't able to dig ourselves out of, and they kept feeding off that momentum. And then the NFL can change at any time. It's a game of momentum, and we, like I said, we did it to ourselves, and this week we will be better in terms of chemistry and guys showing that they believe in the legs are there and stuff like that. Get back into the routine that you do for the game week and stuff like that. Come off a bye, you don't see your chiropractor getting your massage and stuff like that. You kind of jump back into the flow of things. So anytime you do that, you don't have the legs, and you have some injuries and guys go home for bye week and you get kind of shy away from the treatment just because you spend time with your family, and that's okay. But we come back, there's something we need to correct, and we want to go forward from here. With 3-2, this Fletcher pulled
critical game, man.
Critical game. Fletcher pulled us aside today during practice and said, "Listen, guys, we lost one game, so what? You can't win them all. I've won a Super Bowl. We weren't undefeated, So he said, let's take this and build upon this, And that's coming from a guy who's been playing 13 years, came from a D3 school, and has a background, and the guy's still hungry.
I was going to say, and hasn't slowed down at all.
Hasn't slowed down a bit. You look at a guy like that, it's like, I don't want to let you down. You come out here each and every day. You have a family. You have a wife. Off season, you're here. There's never a question about what London Fletcher's doing. You get guys like that, and that's what Coach Shanahan's building around the younger guys, and that's what is so exciting to this team. And you got guys like Dante Stallworth. His situation coming back. I believe he's the guy who should get the courage award. The Ed Burke, I think it is.
Yeah.
And just stuff like that. Guys who come back from situations.
He has been tremendous with the fans.
He's a great guy. I don't know what Dante was like previous to this, but this Dante Stallworth here, I'm telling you right now. I said he was gonna have a big game last week. He didn't have a big game, but he did do some things that were positive.
Well, no, I saw a 50-yarder thrown to him and could have been big. I saw that.
Yep.
Let's face it, you guys didn't even get into your game plan because the game plan couldn't be utilized because you fell behind so fast.
Yeah, when you get in those situations, like you said, you get behind and the game plan changes. We got away from our first 16 plays really fast.
Yep.
And we were down 14-0 before we can look and say, you know what, okay.
And there goes your running game there.
That's it right there. And, Brandon Beggs put us in a great situation in terms of field position. And that's the game in football, too, field position.
Yeah.
You want to win a special teams battle. We won a special teams battle. Our average yard line was the 28. Theirs was the 19. That's not good enough for us. We kind of played to their standards on that.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, we look back at it and say, we're one play away. One guy tripped on this play, the blocking, if we would have cut this guy off on the backside.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like, with the group we have in there now, knowing that, Corey Lichtenstein is out for the season, we have, other guys stepping in, and that's what Coach Shanahan said. When you pick 53 guys, you pick guys who can, you can step in and play and perform at a high level when your number is called upon.
Well, and let's be blunt about it. You benefit, in my opinion, from John Beck being the starting quarterback. And I'll say this. I'm going to say it one more time. Call me nuts, call me crazy, call me whatever you want. All I know is I've said this. I still thought Rex Grossman should have been the starting quarterback. A lot of your teammates feel like that. However, as Mike Shanahan said 2 days ago in practice to us in the media, whoever is in there, they need to make sure that they support. Just across the board. I don't care if it's down to Graham Gano, the kicker. He's struggling last year, playing great this year. Support your teammate. But I think if you just look at the picture, the big picture, you're not going to throw John Beck to the wolves in his first game starting. You're going to have to rely on the guys behind him, you, Ryan, Tim, Roy.
You know what? The best thing we can do for Beck is protect him and give him confidence that he has the protection. Because you watch the game, he scrambled around a little bit. I don't know if it was because of protection. I didn't watch it from that standpoint, but just watching from the sideline.
He took off kind of quick though.
Yeah, you know what? That's okay though. Being seeing Rex start to get hit in the second half and stuff like that.
That's true. It's a good point. That's a very good point.
So you look at it from that standpoint. The way Beck approaches the game, he's a guy who understands what's going on. He can tell you what the playbook, and now he's learning the game.
Sure.
So that's the great thing about Beck. And I stayed after with him today. He's a guy who wants to stay after and throw the ball. And
no, he's a workaholic.
Yeah,
I'm going to give in fairness to John, I'll say this. He sure does fit the description of a quarterback. I mean, if you drew up the perfect picture of a quarterback and all the makeup that goes to it, John Beck has all of that. It's just that what is he going to do on the field now is the big question.
That's true. I mean, all you can do is go off the preseason numbers. You don't want to look back at the Miami Dolphin days.
Yeah,
because he really didn't get a fair shot. He was put in a situation where the team was losing, and then he just kept going down.
I agree, and they brought in Parcells, and he wanted his own person. He brought his own guys in there, and he didn't have. Jake Long wasn't there at the time.
Yeah,
he didn't have a tackle.
That's the truth.
So there's a lot of things. If you're a John Beck fan, there's a lot of reasons why you can defend this guy. I just think that to make a change like this,
it's drastic in the middle of the season.
Well, it's not only is it drastic, it could be debilitating because think about it. And I know Coach Shanahan. I don't know how to do this stuff. That's what he does, and I'm sure that they weighed all that into consideration. But I will say this: had you beat Philadelphia, you're talking about now 4-1 football team, and the sky's the limit, and the Super Bowl tickets are getting punched. You have a loss, and there people are ready to, jump ship. You're making a quarterback change. I don't know. I just thought Rex had one of those career horrible games in prime time in front of everyone. That's not, I had people, some people in the chat box on the little computer, you're not seeing it, but on the other ones, there are people in there that were telling me, I told you Rex was a bum. And I'm like, listen, man, I'll take a bum that takes me to the Super Bowl. I guess I'll take that bum.
I'd take that bum too. Rex is a good guy, man. I have the utmost respect for Rex and what he has done and the criticism he's taken over and over and over. And Rex was, he's back with his guy Jabbar Gaffney, and he felt he had the most confidence coming into the season.
Sure, he did. He told me in the locker room after the first preseason game. I said, man, I remember I came from Florida.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, you guys, it looks like back down there. He said, I feel like we're back in Florida. He said, because I got my boy over there. Oh, man. I mean, I don't know. I'm shocked, to say the least. I'm not shocked because of John. I think he's going to do well. But, man.
I think the most exciting thing for Beck, too, is having Armstrong back, a guy that's familiar with the offense. So, you look at a guy like that and the guys that are around him and guys we can bring in off the bench. Niles Paul, who is demolishing people. I mean, he's
making a name for himself, isn't he?
He's decleating people in the blocking game. And I'm talking about guys talking about don't hit me. And I know, I hear guys on the field, hey, it's not coming this way, don't hit me. So Niles Paul is going to be a great player in this league for a long time. Terrence Austin.
See, I think Terrence benefits from John coming up, too, because listen, and Mike Jones and me were talking about this from the Washington Post at practice the other day. We both were like, no one asked the question. It's kind of hard sometimes in press conference when you're tweeting stuff, you're writing stuff, you don't hear everything that's being discussed. So I didn't ask the question, and I should have. I wanted to ask at the end of the last drive, 60% of those plays I saw Niles Paul, Terrence Austin, Dante Stallworth. Was that because Jabbar, Santana, maybe they were winded at that point? Or was it because John Beck, those are the guys that he worked with on the scout team most of the time?
You know what? I don't know what that situation may bring, but, he felt comfortable with him in there. And
comfortable enough to go right down the field.
You know what? The most exciting thing about what you just said about Terrence Austin is every time his number is called upon, he makes a big play.
He makes a big play. I think Terrence needs to get more burn. I really do.
You know what? I mean, that you could arguably say that about any of our receivers because any of them go play on any team because they all play special teams well. And it's like you get put in a situation where Terrence came in, and I don't know if he's the third receiver, fourth, fifth, because they all just rotate.
They don't. After three, it's by committee. It is.
And it's all about who's hot, and I think TA, going that we had another drive, he's going to be in that game.
Do you think Terrence has what it takes to be a star in this league?
I do. His work ethic, that guy, he has the sharpest routes I've seen in a long time. And I haven't been anywhere else, but I'm talking about just in terms of receivers. I mean, Santana is a great receiver. He can stop on a dime.
Exactly.
That's different. But in terms of a young guy coming in and understanding the system and performing when his number is called, Terrence Austin is that guy.
I'm excited for Terrence. I really am. I mean, Jarman and me were talking. I was saying, listen, John Beck coming in. I mean, you're just talking about a familiar player. You know, him with Anthony Armstrong the same way. And, you know, we tried to coax Anthony last night to come out and just tell us straight up, is he playing or not? And he was quiet. He was quiet yesterday because last week he was like, hell yeah, I'm playing. But, you know, yesterday he was real quiet. So I understand the business side, so I'm going to leave that alone. But if he can play, you're just talking about some speed that is not normal. I mean, north-south, you just don't see that every day.
Armstrong brings a different, like you said, different change of pace to this game. I feel like the last couple of weeks, the deep threat just hasn't been there.
It hasn't. It's
Philly
been gone.
disrespected us in the sense of they didn't even, Jabbar ran that one route and they were surprised that he got behind him. And, the ball was underthrown, whatever situation may be, but I can't remember another pass besides Dante at being over 30 yards or 20 yards.
And even the play to Dante, it was there too.
Yeah,
I mean, it was there too. It would have been a tough catch, but
he could have got it, potentially scored.
He could have got it because if I'm not mistaken, there was a penalty on Philadelphia, offsides penalty on that play, so you would have had that. A lot of coulda, woulda, shouldas, man. I mean, but once again, same thing. Remember, I told you in the locker room after the game, keep your head up. I mean, this was a team that everything went their way. The Eagles, I mean, it basically, this game was last year. It was the same. It was a microcosm of last year's game. The difference is you guys fought to the very end.
And you know what? I said that too. When they went up 14-0, I said, this is not happening. So we went into the kickoff return huddle and said, this is not happening. I'm telling you right now, this is
Somebody's
got
to make a change here, make a play.
This is not happening. And, you look at a guy who like Mike Sellers, who was just dying to be out there.
I saw Mike. Mike was on top of you the whole side. I saw that on the sidelines.
The whole game. D.Y., you need to do this. D.Y., you need to do this. I'm like, all right, Mike, I got to get in to do that.
I saw it. That's another one. I was going to ask you that too. So let's take a break because one thing I love about Darrel is that he won't ask. He won't duck the hard questions, and obviously I'm not going to put you on the spot and do stuff like that because I have to go out to Redskins Park myself. But I do want to get your interpretation of this offense right now because I've been saying this for a long time. As much as I see, just that craftiness with Kyle and him calling some great sets at times, I also see him, it seems like he doesn't want to win ugly. That's just my interpretation. He doesn't want to run the football 40 times if it's 40 times and it's just ugly football. New England, before we go to break, just think of this. New England, Dallas last week. Nothing was working for New England the whole game. The last drive, they methodically went right down the field, took what Dallas gave them, ran the ball too, mixed it up, scored the game-winning touchdown. That's what I think this offense needs to do. But I'm gonna let that simmer on you for a little bit because I know you have some stuff to say. So we'll take a break, and when we come back, more right here at the Darrell Young Show here from Oro Pomodoro in Rockville, Maryland, right here on the Sports Journey Broadcast Network. Hang tight, everyone.
talk for the serious fan. We're the Sports Journey Broadcast Network.
Don't complain about your cable bill going up and up and up. Do something about it. Grab a pencil and jot down this special number.
Call 877-469-MY-TV.
The more cable TV rates go up, the better digital satellite TV looks. So, disable the cable and get more of your favorite channels in 100% digital quality for less money.
Call 877-469-MY-TV.
Right now to sign up for packages starting as low as $19.99 and up to 4 rooms. And there's no equipment to buy. That includes your free HD TV upgrade, your free DVR upgrade, and your free professional installation. And the best part, the pristine digital picture and sound.
Call 877-469-MY-TV.
So, what are you waiting for? Pull out your major credit or debit card.
877-469-MY-TV. 877-469-MY-TV.
Disable the cable, cut costs, and get more.
877-469-MY-TV. 877-469-MY-TV.
You're listening to the Sports Journey Broadcast Network.
Welcome to the Sports Journey Broadcast Network, your home for serious sports talk for the serious sports fan. At Sports Journey, we bring you, the listening and viewing audience, nationwide 24-hour sports talk radio broadcast hosted by veteran award-winning sports talk hosts, journalists, as well as professional football and basketball players. For more information on our daily broadcast, you can always go to www.sportsjourney.com, where we also have sports articles, videos, and on-demand archives of our past shows. Remember, Sports Journey, serious sports talk for the serious sports fan.
Serious sports talk for the serious fan. This is a special announcement for listeners with dark circles or puffy eyes. If you have dark circles, puffiness, or bags under your eyes, we want you to take part in the Lumitone free bottle giveaway. Lumitone is a revolutionary cream made specially for the sensitive eye area. It instantly fades the appearance of dark circles, and Lumitone reduces the look of puffiness, bags under the eyes, and fine lines. We want you to try Lumitone free. That's right, free. You only pay shipping and handling. For details, just call 1-888-210-6242. If you have dark circles or bags under your eyes, puffiness around your eyes, or you're just tired of looking tired, you're eligible to take part in this limited time free giveaway. With Lumitone, dark circles instantly fade from view. We want you to see for yourself and try Lumitone free while supplies last. Hurry to find out how to get your free supply. Just call 1-888-210-6242. That's 1-888-210-6242. Call 1-888-210-6242.
Concentrate, Ben. Yes, that's good.
The odds of a child becoming a professional golfer? 1 in 140,000. The odds of a child being diagnosed with autism? 1 in 150. Here are some of the signs. No big smiles or other joyful expressions by 6 months. No back and forth sharing of sounds or facial expressions by 9 months. And no babbling by 12 months. To learn more of the signs, visit autismspeaks.org. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
Are you working harder than ever at your job, but find yourself getting nowhere? Do you hate spending hundreds of dollars every week on daycare, having someone else raise your children? With our free information, you can lead a happier life, work from home, and start earning money as soon as next week.
I was a traditional business owner, and our business was affected greatly by the economy, so we were looking for another income stream. It allowed me to actually walk away from a 16-year career and part owner in a traditional business just after 8 months.
Go to freedom145.com. Get out of the rat race, work from home, and start earning great money as soon as next week.
I'm a single mom. Before this business, I was over $90,000 in credit card debt alone. And now we go to Disneyland, Disney World. We've been on vacations to Hawaii. I never could have done that before this business.
Go to freedom145.com right now and change your life today. That's freedom145.com. freedom145.com. And start earning great money as soon as next week.
welcome back, everyone. Sports Journey Broadcast Network special presentation tonight. It's the Darrel Young Show with myself, Lake Lewis, live from Oro Pomodoro here in Rockville, Maryland. We will be here every Wednesday from 7 to 9, so mark that down on your calendar. If you live out here, come on out. Great venue. We definitely will try to make this the place to be on Wednesday nights in Rockville, and we've got a lot of shows throughout the week on the network. This young man to the right of me is very outspoken, and I need that right now. I need your interpretation of your football team. So I'm going to ask you a couple questions. You tell me yay or nay, okay? 1, Washington Redskins make the playoffs.
Yay.
Yay.
Yeah.
You guaranteeing that?
Guaranteeing it because we put ourselves in a situation early in the season where we believe.
Okay, all right.
So we got a lot of guys who believe, a lot of guys who've been to the playoffs and have a lot of experience, and we have a couple guys who've been in the Super Bowl and have won in the Super Bowl. So
okay,
I'm looking for a positive season. 3-2, I think we go up. I know we go uphill from here.
Okay, all right. The Washington Redskins get the show on the road this Sunday against Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah. I feel like we got a team on their heels, got to keep them down.
John Beck adds an element to the offense that perhaps Rex Grossman does not.
Yeah.
And what is that element?
Running.
Okay, mobility.
Opens up the field a little more in terms of scramble rule. Scramble rule, and, if the first read isn't there, which it won't always be, you got a guy who can make a play, and not saying Rex can't, but he's a little faster than Rex. So.
Okay, all right. This is going to be one. Washington Redskins win the NFC East.
Yay. 1-2 right now. I feel like we're going to be 4-2 at the end of this.
All right, so you're dropping a lot of yays. Nay. This team is combustible, meaning that the drama that has hung over Redskins Park for the last decade, something you really haven't been part of like that. I mean, you saw some of that last year. Really wasn't that bad. The Albert Hainsworth and Donovan McNabb. But do you feel like this team can handle adversity if there's a couple losses in a row?
I think so. The veterans we have, like I said, going back to it, they're a great group of leaders. And London Fletcher's been in the spotlight. He's been in the bad part of the Redskins' history.
Okay.
You got Dante Stallworth, who's, almost had a ring with, New England, lost. We got coaches who've won back-to-back Super Bowls, and Coach Shanahan and Bobby Turner, and his staff that's been with him. And they preach to us every day, what that team was like and what John Elway was like, what Terrell Davis brought in. How, they look for guys in Rod Smith, for guys who were just hungry as opposed to the two first-round guys they had drafted.
Okay.
And Ed McCaffrey and, Rod Smith, potential Hall of Famer someday. And you look at it from that standpoint.
I'm impressed with your knowledge, man. I mean, this is
you got to know who you're working for. Got to know who you're working for.
No, I'm impressed with that. A lot of young guys can't rattle those names off like that, so the history of this coach and what he was doing in Denver.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, the list goes on. Like I said, he had Peyton Hillis. You got a guy like Spencer Larson who's playing fullback there now. He played fullback and linebacker in the game at one point.
Exactly.
And you look at Mike Anderson, Olandis Gary. Terrell Davis was a 6th-round pick. He wasn't a 1st-round pick. He wasn't a 2nd-round pick.
Nope.
You look at guys that
Ed McCaffrey.
Howard Griffin.
I look at guys like that. McCaffrey, Rod Smith. That's Rod Smith to me is Anthony Armstrong. Well, Anthony Armstrong's Rod Smith all over again, maybe with faster speed, but that was you look at his body of work. That's Anthony right there.
That is Anthony. Anthony's hungry. Rod Smith was hungry. Mm-hmm. He blocks. Anthony blocks in the run game. You got anytime you have a guy who's willing to block and sacrifice his body, you have a chance at winning. And everyone knows this game starts with the running game. You can spread the team out. You can do a lot of things, but if you cannot run the ball, teams are going to sit back, and you get a team like Pittsburgh, they're going to rush you, and they ain't going to stop.
Well,
they're going to sit back and cover it.
See, that's what I was going to ask you, though, and that's why I said I need that candidness, because I think most people around town will tell you that they like Kyle, and they think that Kyle has been just a breath of fresh air as far as giving the offense a look. Because this offense was anemic. Even when Joe Gibbs came back, it didn't work with Al Saunders. Jim Zorn, an offensive guy, it wasn't working. Kyle has brought some continuity to an offensive standpoint. But with that said, he came from Houston. And he'll be the first person, because he reminds Diane and myself and everybody else out there at Redskins Park all the time that he had Steve Slayton drop 1,000. Arian Foster last year had 1,000. Arian Foster was not under Kyle Shanahan, by the way.
Hey, he was there when he was there, though.
Oh, man. Now, he did work after he left. But my point is, we know that Matt Schaub, though, was throwing for 4,000 yards 2 years in a row. Kyle Shanahan. My question to you is, does Kyle Shanahan need to run the football more? Bottom line.
You know what? I won't say necessarily he needs to run the ball more, because our team as a whole puts ourselves in situations where we cannot run the ball. We have to throw the ball, and we wait to the last minute to try to do those things, So,
and then teams already are feeding on that.
So I look at Kyle as a guy who is very experienced in what he's doing. People look at him as young and Coach Shanahan's son. I listen to some of the things he says, and it's like he says this is going to happen. It happens, So you look at a guy like that who's confident and believes in the system that he's preaching to the players. You can't go wrong with that. I look at Kyle every day. They say, DY, this is what's going to happen. We're going to get cover 6 on this play. Sure enough, the team plays cover 6. Us as a whole, the players, we drop a pass, we jump off sides, put us in a different situation where the call has to be different. And you practice those things. You practice for adversity. You can't ever coach adversity. You know what I mean? Like it's just something that happens.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, and you just touched on that. The last 2 games, 19 penalties. You weren't seeing that in the first 3 games. You didn't see it at all.
That's not the football we play. We just we got a little beside ourselves. I don't know if we need a reality check. That's how I look at this loss.
Okay.
I look at it as a good thing. Losses there's no moral victories. I understand that. But in terms of where we want to be and where we need to go from here, that loss was great to happen now, and not that we lose, and end up 3-3 in the NFC East and can't go to the playoffs or something like that. So,
Darrel, I sure hope other guys in that locker room feel like this. I mean, I know, Anthony says the same thing. Guys are just trying to stay humble, take it one game at a time. I just didn't see that fire on Sunday, man. A game like that where you could cripple a team's season. And to give them life from the very beginning, that was, man.
You know what, Philly, I think, I'm not going to say you can give any team too much credit, but during the week we were praising them too much about how good they are and how good they've been and what they can be and stuff like that.
That's what Diane and me talked about.
And you know what, and it's just, it was kind of a reflection of how we played. Like, oh, that's Nnamdi Asomugha. We're not going to attack him. We need to attack that guy. I'm not saying we did it.
Like, what kind of game are we going to get from these guys? Are they going to lay down for us? Is their season really over?
So
no.
I just feel like it's kind of good that we lost now, and we won't lose any more in the NFC. So I'm telling you that now, because the teams that we did lose to, we have fire now. We have fuel. And the Giants, we don't like the Giants at all. So, that's always going to be a battle. But
and you're going back home, so you need that.
Oh, man, that's going to be a great game. I can't wait to that. That was that New Year's Day. That's marked on the calendar already.
You talk about what you have to do in the division, and you think about it. I mean, loss against Dallas, loss against the Eagles, and that's in the division. So you really can't afford any more losses in the division. And think about it, the run you're going to have coming up. I mean, a Carolina team that's 1-5. That's a misleading record.
Yeah, we can't, like you said, the NFC East games, you can't look past what the next game is, and we all playing Carolina, and I believe they're NFC South, and they're a team who's struggling, but they have some talent, and they don't, they just don't know how to close the close games, and that's what we're not looking forward to that, but we're trying to put this game away early, and we don't want to let them back in the second half, which we did versus the St. Louis Rams, and let them kind of get momentum and let them build confidence and let them think that they had a chance, and that's where we need to get better as a team. And I feel like, like I said, the group of leaders that we have and the young guys, we all need to come together now. The guys, I'm not saying we're separate or anything, but to be a team right now, we're going to have to gel, and that's something that we need to work on. And this week is the perfect week to show that this is the start of a new beginning for us.
Who is naturally I would think Santana Moss, but or maybe Chris Cooley. But who is, in your opinion, do you have an offensive leader? I mean, do you have a guy that everybody rallies around? Because I know you mentioned London, and that makes sense. But he's on the other side of the ball. I mean, there has to be somebody that has to start kicking and screaming on that other side of the ball. Perhaps are you trying to step up for that?
I would try to step up for it. But, we got a guy, Mike Sellers. He's not playing right now.
Okay.
But Mike Sellers is, and if you watch the game, he's in every huddle. He's commenting on every play, You guys need to look for this stuff, and you need DY. You need to do this, or the running backs. Why didn't you cut back here? Stuff like that. And he's outspoken with it, and it's not from a standpoint of criticism. It's like more of a, this is what needs to happen for us to be successful. I've been on successful teams. I've been in the playoffs. I've been on the downside of the Redskins. So, this is the teams that were the greatest for us. We did all of this together. Special teams, offense, defense came together.
But do you think, naturally with Chris going down, we know Logan just moves up. And I think Logan's a hell of a football player that a lot of people don't know about.
Logan is.
But Mike Sellers still has a role on this team, though. I mean, he still has an opportunity, and I would naturally think that he's probably going to inherently be the third tight end now.
I believe, I don't know what the game plan is right now, but, Mike Sellers is a versatile guy. You can use him in any position, and it's shown because he switched to tight end.
I put him at guard.
And he produced. He's a big dude, but he produced so well in the preseason that, being at the situation that he was in with me, he went to tight end and said, "Okay, I'm going to accept my role," and played well at the tight end position. You look at a guy like Logan Paulson. They were going to put him in at guard last year, if you remember the Tennessee game, because we were down linemen. We had to call a timeout just for one of our linemen to come in. But that's the type of guy Logan Paulson is. He prepares, he understands the game, and he works hard, and he believes in himself. And more so, he believes in the team aspect of things. And anything to do for this team, I'm going to do it. And that's how Logan is.
Have you thought about this, man, that the changes that were made and the injuries that have occurred? You have this little bit of a shuffle. And now the younger guys are really being asked to step up here. I mean, you're being thrusted into the limelight big time now. Perhaps this is a real change for the Redskins.
You know what? I consider a lot of us young. Like myself and Armstrong, we're still young. Armstrong played last season, and, as the third receiver when Joey.
Practice squad guys too, man. So you guys have earned your keep.
And when Joey, situation happened with him and Armstrong became the starting receiver, he performed. And I feel like, now I'm being asked to step into this. Last year I had a special teams role. Now I have a fullback special teams role. And it just goes to show that, Marcus White, who had a heck of a preseason. You got Rob Jackson. We got so many guys who can play. And everyone plays special teams. And that's what the difference is between, I don't know. I was here in 2009, and we had a great special teams score because Danny Smith doesn't allow anyone to slack on his special teams. If you go to the history, we've been ranked top 6 for the last 10 years or since he's been here. So, you get put in that situation where you got the guys who are hungry. Marcus White, like I said, mentioned him, he hasn't even suited up for a game this year yet. And when he does, I remember him running off the sideline, Tampa Bay game, said after he caused that, after he picked up the fumble and ran, he said, I love this game, D.Y. He looked at me in my eyes and said, I love this game. I wasn't playing. I was just, spectating. He ran to me and said, I love this game. This is what I live for right here. He's like, this is the best thing that happened to me. I said, man, you went to Florida State. You played in front of a big crowd. He said, no. This is different. I said, all right, man.
That's what Ryan Kerrigan said last night. He said, he did give my school, since you were knocking, the Big Ten. He did say that Penn State was the toughest college venue. So I just wanted to let you know that.
You know what? I got a lot of respect for Penn State. What you guys did, LeVar Arrington's arguably one of the best linebackers to ever come out of college. And you look at guys like Evan Royston, what they've done, and Larry Johnson, and guys who've been in the league. They produce.
Evan Royce is on the practice squad.
And that just goes to show that there's talent in this league. That he was he's the Penn State all-time leading rusher.
All time, and there's been some great backs coming out of there.
Great backs.
He's on a practice squad.
And you got guys like Halud, Hightower, and Terrain who are all playing well right now. Everyone could say Tim Hightower hasn't done what he did in the preseason, but at the same time Hightower's
been nicked up too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying too. But Hightower's still at. He's playing at a high level, and you watch pass pro, you watch the linebackers the next time they blitz after he blocks them.
Oh well, let's be upfront. I mean, I know Ryan's a good friend of ours and actually your roommate and all, but if you seriously looked at a sculpture of the perfect running back, Roy might be that.
Man, Roy's a freak, man.
He runs hard too. He's not just a slasher. He's not just a cutter. I saw him lower his head a couple times and he's been, and I think that's been missing too, though, because remember the Giants game. You brought that guy in, and he was like a change of pace. The Arizona game, late in the game, I mean, he was going down the field. You haven't seen that. It's almost been like a one-dimensional offense at some point. We haven't seen that full mixture of plays, and I'm telling you, man, I think Carolina is tailor-made for you guys to have that breakout game that you've been seeking all year.
You know what? I think so, too. I think this, like I said, is going to be a start to a new beginning. We're going to find out who we really are. Coming from a loss and coming from dealing with the adversity and, knowing the mistakes that we made in the game that, a normal a guy watching the game wouldn't understand, just in terms of the mesh between the quarterback and the running back. Or
And you keep seeing it in film.
Yep, it just goes that the film doesn't lie to us, and that's something that's always said, and we know what's wrong. We know what we need to correct, and we haven't been playing not necessarily Redskin football, but football at all in general. So you just look at the film. Like I said, we're going to go back. There's going to be a lot of changes this week, not in terms of positions, but in terms of understanding what's going on in front of us and understanding why we are running plays and stuff like that. And that's what I think Kyle's done a great job of, installing today and tomorrow, and stuff like that. So, I'm excited about this game plan this weekend. It's going to be a fun week.
We're going to be watching. I'll be there. I mean, it's going to be interesting. Like I said, that's a game that is there for you to have. So we'll see the results of that. Now, not being so serious here all the time, that's just how it gets. We did our NFL predictions, but now we need to do something about the ESPN NBA player rankings because I'm just not in agreement with it, to say the least. Agree. Let me ask you. Okay, let's go through the top 5 on their list, and I memorized it. I don't even need it up. LeBron James number 1.
No. No. I'm an LBJ fan, but he's not number 1.
Let's bring Mr. Jarman Gann on with us here real quick. Jarman, you have it pulled up. Why don't you like LeBron, Darrel?
He's not clutch.
Can't argue that.
Not clutch at all.
Can't argue that.
Love LeBron to death. He had one big game-winning shot that everyone will remember, and that's in the Orlando game when he hit the 3. So. That's a luck shot. That's
I was
not a
going to say that
shot.
wasn't shot with pure confidence. That was shot like I got to get it off. So I think we all agree from a pure talent standpoint, LeBron James is number 1 in the NBA. That's a given.
Yes, athleticism wise, yeah. I agree.
But if you were talking about, go ahead and get yourself. It's all right. If you're talking about just overall game, I don't care how old the guy is at this point right now in his career, I think you still have to go with Kobe Bryant.
You have to.
Kobe was ranked number 7 on this.
I mean, whoever put that together.
Do they say what they're ranking that off of?
Yeah. What is the criteria? Do they even give you the science of it?
It doesn't really give you the science of it, but like you said earlier, it's going by it's going in the 5s. It's going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in position.
Yeah, they're trying to get their true positions. So you're trying to tell me that D Wade was the 2 over Kobe Bryant?
They had Dwight Howard. Well, Dwight Howard is number 2.
No.
But D Wade was the second 2.
So he's the first 2.
Yeah.
So in my opinion, I know this is going to sound real crazy. Dirk shouldn't have been on that.
No.
And nor should Chris Paul.
I like Kevin Durant.
I wouldn't
have put Kevin on that either.
On here.
See that starting 5. Their starting 5 basically is Chris Paul, Dwayne Wade, LeBron James, Dirk Nowitzki, Dwight Howard. The starting 5 should be you remove Chris Paul and you put Derrick Rose right there.
Agreed.
And you remove Dirk and slide everybody down and put Kobe at the 2. That's what should happen. Can't argue that. Derrick Rose, Kobe, D Wade, LeBron, Dwight Howard.
And they have Dirk as number 5. Now, the problem is no one wants to be held accountable. There's no one's name attached to this thing. So whoever created this farce of a listing is in the shadows. Put your name on something like this.
All right, so this is what we're going to do. Just for the sake of having some fun here, it's going to be the Darrel Young. We're going to come up with 20 players. Can you do that?
I could do that.
I mean, if you were a true basketball head, you should be able to do that. So we'll come up with 20, 1 through 20 as far as rankings. Are we going to do this according to the actual positions, or are we just going to go 1 through 20?
1 through 20.
That's what I'm saying, the 1 through 20.
Active players in the NBA now.
Active players. So, number 1, come on now. Mr. Kobe Bryant, right?
Kobe Bryant.
Okay, I thought so. All right. Number 2.
LeBron.
You have LeBron? It's your show. I would have gone with D Wade, but I can accept that.
D Wade's my favorite player. You can go next.
Okay.
I'm going to go D Wade.
All right, so D Wade.
Gotta have Dwight Howard.
Dwight Howard at 4. All right.
Carmelo.
No Derrick Rose yet?
No, Derrick Rose go there. We're not ranking them yet. We just listed.
Oh, okay.
That's a little
Okay.
high for Carmelo.
Okay, so Carmelo. All right, and then with 6, we just. I mean, these. Forget the numbers. We'll just. Okay, so Derrick Rose. Stoudemire.
I don't know. I like Stoudemire. You
20.
can put him on there. Yeah, you can put him on there. I like Steve Nash. I really like Steve Nash for what he's done.
All right. Aldridge, LaMarcus Aldridge.
You know what? LaMarcus Aldridge has played well. He has. I'm not going to lie about that.
All right, so that's a Portland dude. All right. Durant.
Kevin Durant.
Westbrook.
No. I like Westbrook. He's not a finisher yet.
You wouldn't put him in top 20?
No, I wouldn't either.
I'm not putting Westbrook up there.
I would put him in the top 25 athlete, but I wouldn't.
Yeah, athletes. Yeah,
athletes. Yeah. Now, basketball player, no.
No.
Darren Williams.
I like Darren Williams.
Gotta have Darren
like
Williams
Darren
in
Williams.
there. All right.
I like Darren Williams.
What about Chris Bosh? I'm just asking.
No. Chris
I thought he played well.
Toronto. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
No, not Miami. No.
What about Brooke Lopez?
No.
Okay. Not yet.
Who else we have out there? I can't even think. I'm drawing a blank.
So right now,
Did we put Dirk on there?
Oh no, he wasn't on there. He's got to go on there. So Dirk Nowitzki. All right. So that's 12. We need 8 more.
Tim Duncan can arguably go up there.
You still put him on the list?
Yeah, Tim Duncan. He's that man.
I understand. What about Tony Parker?
I like TP.
All right. Parker. Chris Paul.
Chris Paul can go up there.
We have Duncan. All right. So Chris Paul.
Could you say Brandon Roy?
Yeah, because when
Before
he's
the
healthy,
injuries?
but he came back last year. It was down the stretch. Okay, yeah. Let me see. You do know your stuff. Okay.
Do we have Durant on the list at all?
Of course, we do. We do.
Durant's up there.
What about Serge Ibaka?
I like Ibaka, but he's not top 20.
Okay, I agree.
I like Ibaka. He's a hustle player. But he's not top
John
20.
Wall.
Not yet.
I agree. You know what? We definitely no offense to any Celtic fans because you still have Paul Pierce. Top 20.
Paul Pierce he's the truth. He's the truth.
I put Rondo.
Rondo's a game changer. You can put Rondo. Rondo's a game changer.
Yeah, we put Rondo.
Left Blake Griffin out the list.
Blake Griffin.
All right, good call
Blake
right there.
Man, he's good.
All right, so since you have, let's do this because you probably missing some certain players, because their teams probably aren't that good. What about Kevin Love?
No.
One-dimensional.
No, that dude, it doesn't
He's
matter.
on the
That
team.
one dimension is excellent.
Yeah, but he's on the team. He's on the team when no one else is doing anything.
Yeah, that's true. I will be the first person to say that. Let's do it. This is good. Oh, Joe Johnson.
I like Joe. I like Joe, but I don't know about
I
top
don't think
20.
he's top 20. I agree.
I like Joe, though.
Josh Smith.
No.
Al Horford might be top 20. Al Horford's nice.
Al Horford is nice.
I like him. Not top 20, though.
I don't know. No, he's definitely not top 20.
Okay, what about Jameer Nelson?
No.
All right. I'm
Paul
just Paul Gasol.
No.
I think I would put Andrew Bynum over Paul Gasol.
I don't know about all that.
No, I'm just saying on potential. I just think that the kid, if they
rated off
before
potential,
you guys rob me out of Oral Pomodoro, think about this, Mike Brown. I guarantee you, Andrew Bynum does work this year in that offense.
He should. He's young enough.
Phil Jackson never used centers. That's just not his offense. That triangle was never set up for that.
No, even though the triangle was supposed to be based around a passing.
Andrew Bynum,
which he
never passed. Only thing he passed is his easy pass on the highway out there. That's it.
He passed the check.
Exactly. Okay, so wait a minute. We still need 2 more. 2 more guys. We have all those guys on the list already.
What about Danny Granger?
Danny Granger from Indiana is a baller, but is he top 20?
I don't think so, but I'm just throwing names out there.
Is Garnett still on the list?
No.
KG not top 20 anymore. He's still a very good defender.
Yeah, definitely.
But if you have Duncan on there, you could have KG on there.
Could. Yeah, he moved about the same now.
I say put KG still on there.
He plays with a lot of passion. I love watching KG.
All right. What about
We don't have any pure shooters on the list.
Because there's none in the NBA left. That
You
era's
can
gone.
argue,
Ray
you can say
Allen's
Ray
still
Allen,
hanging on,
yeah,
but
And you can't put Ray up there anymore.
nah, you can't. You can't. We just need one more. Anyone in the crowd? Anyone in the crowd know? What are they saying in the chat box? Anybody in the chat box saying?
We have Nash up there. We got Nash. I said Nash earlier.
Wait a minute. Yeah, we have Steve
Nash
Nash on there.
They have Andre Iguodala.
No, absolutely
They've
not.
said
They tried
said
to make
Gilbert
him
Arenas.
No, the old Gilbert. No, the old Gilbert. Yeah, no.
Now these are jokes.
Oh yeah, but no, not now though. No. He's not even top 60 right now.
Said Ricky Rubio. That's who we said.
Yeah.
Someone said Greg Oden.
No, he hasn't even played.
They're not really being serious.
We need to see you actually on the court first. I mean, he's talented. I'll give you that.
Everyone's talented overseas.
We're calling for
Oh,
Joe
speaking
Johnson.
of what, if you're gonna say Ricky Rubio, what about Brandon Jennings?
No.
He's a nice young player, but
he had 8 good games. And hasn't been seen since. No.
55 though.
Hey, everyone has a game. I mean, people have games like that. Some people have 40s. And
What's the young man out of Golden State?
Oh, Monta Ellis.
Monta Ellis.
Yes.
Monta Ellis. I like Monta.
Yes. That's 20. All right. So now, this kind of got some Survivor going on here. The way this is set up, I like this. All right. Do we have who?
He's on there.
Oh yeah. We have all the big boys, definitely. Okay, so now with the way this is set up, let's do the rankings. Let's
go.
We're gonna post this on the site too. This is the Darrell Young top 20 NBA player. So are we in agreement that Kobe stays at 1?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Absolutely. All right, number 2.
I like LeBron.
Can't put him at 2.
I like LeBron. I like him.
Talent-wise, he's number 1, but from production, production, D-Wade.
Yeah, I like D-Wade. D-Wade's my favorite player.
D-Wade.
I'm gonna go with D-Wade.
D-Wade is an assassin right now. But we're not doing this. We're talking about today.
Yeah, today.
Tim Duncan is not Tim Duncan of those 4 rings.
Tim Duncan might be around 17, 18.
To be perfectly honest with you, the only reason Tim Duncan's on this list is because that's his name. I mean, but he's not. No, not even close. What does ESPN have Tim Duncan rated?
I don't think he was on the list.
Oh no, he's on the list because they rated every player.
It was rather low.
I'm telling you, he would. I guarantee you, ESPN doesn't have him in the top 10.
Because even
top 15, top 20.
Stoudemire and Amari made under the top 10.
What's that? 11 through 15. Just scroll down. Scroll down.
Had Paul Gasol.
He's not even in the top 15.
No. Carmelo as number 12.
Whew.
Number 13, Amari. Number 14, Steve Nash. And 15, Russell Westbrook, who surprisingly made the list. I don't know how that.
Yeah, so Tim Duncan's not even on there. Okay, so let's move along because we got to hurry up here. So we have about 20 minutes or so left from tonight's show from Earl Palmer Darrell Young show. All right, so we have D-Wade at 2?
You can go D-Wade at 2.
All right, number 3.
I might have to go D. Howard.
I agree wholeheartedly. Number 4.
I'm going to go LeBron.
Okay.
5, I'm going to go D. Rose.
All right. That's the 5 I had said earlier. I'm just sorry. All right.
Now here's where it gets tricky.
It gets tricky. I think you have to go Carmelo 6.
I got to go Melo. Got to go Melo.
Durant.
He is the scoring champ 2 years in a row.
7.
I would put Durant over Melo personally.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. Melo plays. He don't play no defense.
No, he don't play no defense.
Well, time out. Does anybody remember the Olympics when Mike Krzyzewski told Carmelo, "You're going to check everybody's best player," and he locked him up?
Look who told him that.
But what I'm saying is, it's not that he can't. It's that he's been enabled to not have to.
He just won't.
Exactly. His coaches. When did D'Antoni ever show you that he wanted to play? One of his players play defense anyway.
That's not in his system.
Exactly. So it's not that he can't. Carmelo was checking Kobe when he was in Denver.
Yeah.
He can get it done. All right. So Kevin Durant 7. Who else? Dirk Nowitzki got to go at 8, man.
I can see that. But Nash just brings so much to the table. But 8 would be too high for Nash right now.
Yeah, I mean, because those guys are starting to come down in there. They're in the back part of their career.
I would go Dirk. I would go Dirk.
Can I throw some salt in the game real quick?
Go ahead.
We put Tony Parker up there, but we didn't put Manu Ginobili up there.
Nah, Manu Ginobili's not Tony Parker. Manu Ginobili's a clutch player. Don't get me wrong. He's a clutch player. But you're talking about a point guard. And when San Antonio did not have Tony Parker, with Duncan and Ginobili, they had some lean years.
Now, with Parker, you have speed, but you have no shot. You have speed and penetration.
Well, he will never shoot a jump shot.
With Ginobili, you have definite offense, and you have rebounding.
Nah. You can't convince me that if Manu Ginobili was hurt, what happened?
Oh, remember, Manu's not the sixth man anymore.
No,
he's their starting two.
No.
They made him a sixth man just because bring him off the bench to change the pace.
Exactly.
Of the game.
What I'm saying,
because he wasn't a starter.
He got hurt, and George Hill came in and was balling,
shooting threes.
George Hill should. He's younger.
But what I'm saying is because you have a point guard next to you. When you have a true point guard next to you, your two guards should get off.
Didn't they take the point away from Tony Parker and give it to George Hill? Didn't they take the point away from Parker and give it to George Hill at some point?
I mean, Parker was hurt. I mean, he's been hurt last 2 years.
And it took Hill a while.
But they took the point guard away from Mo Williams, gave it to LeBron. That doesn't mean, more of a point guard.
And I know I'm not on mic. You have to understand that Greg Popovich is probably the best eye for talent.
I mean, we know that. We know that. Don't ever get me going on Popovich because I think he's the best coach in the NBA. So, and he literally is now because Phil's not there. But I mean, come on. We got to hurry, guys. We got to hurry. So we have Dirk at 8. What about 9? You want to go Nash because that's your guy?
I love Steve Nash, man.
Nash over Chris Paul?
No.
He can't go over Chris Paul.
No.
I don't know, man. Nash, neither of them can finish in the end in terms of the playoff situation, but at the same time,
you taking Nash over Chris Paul?
I might, man.
It's your list, man. It's your list.
I'm going to go Nash.
All right, so number 10, Darren Williams?
I might have to go with CP3.
CP3 at number 10.
Then
right.
Darren Williams.
Darren Williams over Chris Paul?
No, Darren Williams 11, Chris Paul 10. All right, so Duncan.
I like Monta Ellis.
I like Monta Ellis. You would take Monta Ellis over Blake Griffin?
I wouldn't, but given the situation.
It's your list. You take Monta Ellis. You would take him over Amari Stoudemire?
Amari don't play no D either. Amari just block shots.
Monta Ellis doesn't either.
It's a shame that he doesn't play D.
I know, man.
Because he has the physical
so
makeup.
You guys are not hitting on
all right,
stuff
let's
here.
go. Let's go down to 20.
Well, no. Because what I'm saying is, you guys have to remember what I'm trying to tell you. It's not that Amari can't play defense or Carmelo can't. Their coach doesn't demand them play defense because he doesn't even care.
That's true.
Why do you think Phoenix got rid of him? He doesn't play defense as far as coaching style.
That's true.
Now, you trying to tell me if Phil was coaching those guys, they wouldn't get after it?
Kobe plays defense. He's on the defensive team every year.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not that you can't. If you're that good of a player, you can do whatever you want on the court.
But the thing is, you got to show us, though.
Why?
You got to show us something.
Why? I'm getting paid.
That's true.
I'm getting paid and my coach doesn't want me to play defense. What am I supposed to do?
I hope you get tired of losing.
Hey,
you
man.
must not get tired of losing.
It's New York. I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to even go there. See? That's just see. Yeah. All right. Okay. All right. So we're stuck here at 11, so we're going to jump back to the end. So let's go 20 down. Kevin Garnett's got to be 20.
Yeah, I'm going Garnett, then probably Duncan.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff Little has reminded us of Stephen Curry. I don't put Stephen Curry on the list, but
not top 20.
But I like him.
Not top 20.
I do like him.
He's never going to be top 20 out in my eyes, just because he's a
physical
shooter
makeup.
first. Yeah, he's lived off his dad's name for a while, and then he made a name for himself, and he just Del Curry was a shooter.
I'm gonna give his brother a shout out, Duke University.
Hey, he was at Liberty first.
Yeah,
he was at Liberty first.
All right, so Garnett 20,
About
Duncan 19.
Duke players, I don't like Duke players in the league. I don't like
Duke players don't go to the league.
They don't.
My boy did. Grant's my boy, so I give him some love. But
we're not a basketball.
Christian Laettner, you guys got a couple. Jay Williams was my man, so I can't take that. He got in,
and he would have been fine if he wasn't in the motorcycle accident.
Jay was, but right. The list is over.
All right, so
left Elton Brand out there.
He was good early.
Elton Brand was not a Duke guy.
He was good early.
He wasn't a Duke guy.
He went there.
Nah, see, I look at him, William Avery, Corey Maggette. Those guys left after 1 year. They hadn't been duped yet.
William Avery made the bet. Luau Dang, and you left Shane Battier out there.
No, but
defensive player.
No, Battier is a great NBA player.
He's a Bruce Bowen to me. That's what Battier is. Corner 3-point guy, defensive guy.
Oh yeah, no. I mean that's legit. But I mean, okay, come on.
Let's go Rondo.
Rondo at what?
We had Parker.
Wait a minute. So we had 20, 19. We got to go 18. Don't worry about these numbers. Don't worry about those numbers.
Rondo, Roy.
Alice is still available.
Aldridge is still available.
And Parker's still available. All right, so everybody else is in there. So if you want to go 18, who would you go 18 between Monta Ellis, Rondo, Griffin, Brandon Roy, and LaMarcus Aldridge?
I'm going Aldridge.
Okay, that's a good call.
I'm going Aldridge.
Okay, so now 17.
They both have been hurt though, arguably. So.
Okay, so 17 is
probably Parker.
Tony Parker.
Parker over Blake Griffin?
No.
Well, no.
We're going down.
Okay, down.
We're going way up now.
Okay, so now you only have four guys available for that illustrious.
I'm going
15, 16. Okay, go ahead.
What about the old guy, Jason Kidd?
No, he can't even run anymore.
He's not on the list now. Come on, we gotta stick to the list.
We said Montellis already. Oh, he's still available.
Yeah, we got Blake Griffin, Rajon Rondo, Brandon Roy, and that's it. So they just Monta Ellis. So they have to. So what's available is 16, 15, 14, 13. Basically 13 through 16.
All right, so I'm going to go Blake Griffin at 13.
Okay, Griffin at 13.
I'm going to go
Roy or Rondo at 14. Roy or Rondo at 14.
Rondo plays that defense.
I do too. I agree with you.
Rondo puts up assists like no one else.
Then Roy, then Monta Ellis.
Then Monta Ellis. So Monta Ellis is 16. All right, so we have the list here. This is the Darrel Young 1 through 20 NBA players. Kobe Bryant at number 1. Dwayne Wade at number 2. Dwight Howard at number 3. LeBron James at number 4. Derrick Rose at number 5. Number 6 is
Carmelo. Was it Carmelo?
I thought it was Rose.
Rose was 5. Melo was 6, I believe.
Yeah, Carmelo Anthony's number 6. Number 7 is Kevin Durant. Number 8 is Dirk Nowitzki. Number 9 is Steve Nash. Number 10, CP3. All right, you know what I got to do? Got to remember these over here. Number 11 is Darren Williams. Mm-hmm. Number 12 is it would be over here. Did we drop 12? We didn't drop a 12. We didn't do a 12. Did we do it? Nope, we didn't do a 12. We skipped 12. So we have to put we should put one more person in there. Jarman Gant.
Exactly.
We did 19. We did 19 people. We didn't do 12. We missed out on 12. So who's the guy you said should be in there?
He had Jason Kidd in there.
No, absolutely
not. I'll put Joe Johnson in there. I'll put Joe Johnson in there.
I would put Jason in there.
That doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, that's a little different, folks. Look, let's take a break, and when we come back, we have 5 minutes left, and then we'll have to wrap up tonight's show once again, the Darrel Young Show here from Oro Pomodoro, 7 to 9 p.m., and we're going over real late tonight. This is good, though. You have some footballs that you have with us, so we'll try to get some lucky fans out here tonight, some autographed footballs when we come back. Hang tight, folks. We'll be right back.
Journey Radio with Lake Lewis.
And that's why I said I didn't think that strategy was good, and certainly not people who suggest that he should sit down with Oprah or something. I think that's absurd.
Are you kidding me? We wanted to see Tiger come back in, with a scruffy beard, come out in some shorts, a raggedy T-shirt, but he came back the same way he left, pretending. It's been hard, too, because I know a lot of people were hitting you up for tickets.
Man, look, it got to the point, the tickets, I just stopped the tickets. I had to stop the tickets, man. It got crazy. To actually put that helmet on and say I was a Buccaneer, I couldn't ask for a better story.
You played in the NFL for 9 seasons. Listen, that's called doing work.
That's doing work. Man, I had a great run. I really did. So I'm like, man, some of these kids come in now, and their first year, they on the Super Bowl team.
Having no clue that there's guys that, they didn't pay any dues or anything. They just walked on up into the big party, The only problem I have with the NFL, I don't like the halftime shows. I'm just not a big fan of bringing the old-timers back. Sorry. Maybe if they want to bring the old-time players back, that would be great. Maybe you can, line up some of the greats of all time and introduce them or reintroduce them to the fan base so people can see that this guy helped pave the way for the guy you're watching tonight. I think last night The Who was playing, and great group, a legendary group. It just wasn't happening. The premier player in the NBA, the best player is Kobe. We know that. But the premier player right now, the one that everyone wants to, stick to like Velcro, it's LeBron James.
A big school, like University versus somebody small, like Northern Iowa versus Alabama or something, it might get a little ugly out there on the football field, So.
How did I know you were going to bring up Alabama? You were going to find some
always,
way.
Man, roll tide roll, man. Always. You remember you was here in Florida, right?
Oh, come on, man. See, I knew you were going to bring that up.
He's going to have some of the sergeants get you. I don't know. He probably going to need to add about 5 more arms. And we're going to got one football. I don't know how everybody going to touch the ball, man. It's going to be crazy.
I am good. I am tired and I'm sore. I played in a game in Phoenix yesterday for the Phoenix Suns Celebrity All-Star game.
How many points did you drop?
I had 21. I had 5 threes.
See, when you score 21 points in the game, does it still make you think of coming back again?
No. Every now and again, I can pull something out of my hat.
Well, what's your greatest accomplishment? Which championship do you think holds the most value, or do they all hold the same value?
Well, I met with Julius Irvin, Dr. J, and he explained to me, when he stopped playing, I said, was it hard for you to integrate into the business world? He says, no, because for me, it's always another mountain. It's not the championship, it's the pursuit to the championship.
The Sports Journey Network presents A Sports Journey and Great Broadcast Calls.
Inbound pass comes into Jordan. Here's Michael at the foul line. A shot on Elo. Good! The Bulls win! They win! Set the Cleveland Cavaliers. Michael Jordan hits it at the foul line. 1 to 100. 20,273 in stunned silence here in the Coliseum. Michael Jordan with 44 points in a game. Hit the shot over Craig Elo. What tremendous heroics we have had in Game 5 from both teams. What a spectacular series this has been. In my days in the NBA, 16 years, greatest series I've ever seen. Man, Redhead. Unbelievable, Jim. Back and forth. They double-teamed Michael getting the ball inbounds. Double-teamed him. He was able to come out and get it around Nance. Took a drive around Elo. Got to the foul line. The ball just hit nothing but net. Dead silence in this building. The wind has been sucked out of this place. Man, what a game. What a finish.
Folks, it's the final segment right here, Darrel Young Show here at Oro Pomodoro here in Rockville, Maryland, the Rockville Town Center. We're here every Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m. If you're checking us out on sportsjourney.com right now, we definitely appreciate all the love. If you're here at Oro Pomodoro right now, got to come back out next week, and you'll be able to hear us. This is normal setup, though. Did you know that? I mean, you've done shows. This is a normal setup where they come out and they get a chance to look at you and pretend that they know what you're saying. And I hate that. So we're definitely not going to have a setup like this next week. You will hear us in the building for sure. And we will have you come on over and chat with us. So next couple minutes, we will be off in about 5 minutes or so. So, all right. So, couple things. We'll do a little wrap up here. We broke down NFL picks. Doesn't matter. I'll win. We'll talk about that next week when we come back on. We did the Darrel Young NBA top 20, 1 through 20. It was broken down. We'll put that up on the website. We talked about the Redskins, his team, as far as their big game against Carolina Panthers this Sunday. I say a must-win game. You say a must-win game as well?
Absolutely. Got
to come back with the W. 4-2 sounds a lot better than 500. That's for sure.
That's the truth. And you feel better. It's a whole different. It's a completely different mindset.
I think that this is once again a team that I think has a lot of character. Has some young guys that haven't really had negative adversity, and you really don't want that to happen now because this is a town where a couple losses under your belt. I mean, you saw how things can snowball. You saw that last year. You just don't want to get that going because I think everyone sees that this is a determined young football team. I'm not going to ask you the outcome of the game because we already know that. You say that you think you'll cover a 14-point spread?
Cover a 14-point spread.
That's a beatdown, man. You realize that, right?
I'm going to go 30-16.
30-16. He's predicting his team wins 30-16. Let's do this. Diane Cheesebro, you can grab the microphone real quick. I just want to get a prediction from this young lady.
About what?
Sunday.
About Sunday.
Just give me a score.
31-24.
31-24. All right. John McGant.
27-17 Skins.
All right. Duck Martin. We let him get on the microphone, show him some love.
I like the 27-17, but I'm going to go 30-17.
30-17. All right, and I'm going to wrap it up. Everybody's going big, so they're kind of in your ballpark of 14. 30 points is a lot of points with a new quarterback. That's a lot of numbers. So I'm going to say the Redskins 23, Carolina 14. I mean, it's a win.
Hey.
It's a win. So,
predictions.
Yeah. I mean, it's predictions. You know, listen, I don't care if you win 3-0. I just want the W. I mean, that's the name of the game. That's what we need here. Getting ready to wrap it up. Wanted to get your thoughts on one last thing. And we didn't talk about this. Everybody talks about the players and they should be held accountable. Do you feel as if the NFL has gaffed by not fining Jim Schwartz and John Harbaugh?
Yeah, I think that's
okay.
Just,
all right, because you got fined, right?
Oh, I got fined a lot of money.
Okay. I just wanted to bring that up. I just wanted to bring that to light. You got fined for something that happened on the field, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
They need to do something with that. I mean, that's not what kids come to see, and that's not what you want to, show kids.
And that's what I said. They should have been fined for the principle alone.
Yep, I agree. That's just like, you step on the field when there's a fight, you're getting fined, from the sideline. So what's the difference? They're actually in the fight, and
they were the fight, yeah.
For him to run behind them,
yeah,
and chase him down, and continue to go after him after, people push him away.
Yeah.
I definitely think he should be fined. I'm all for fine. Every time I see a hit now, he should be fined.
Well, you do understand what that was, though. And I say this all the time. When you get fined, that's the NFLPA, right? That's the union that takes care of that, right? You pay it, but the NFLPA is contacted about that, right?
Not from my understanding. My agent and myself handled that one.
No. I'm saying you're going to pay it, but that goes to the NFLPA. They keep track of that. But as far as like a coach being fined, do you know who pays that?
No idea.
It's called the owner. It's called the owner of the organization. And perhaps there's a reason why those guys did not get fined. How about that?
I didn't even think about that like that. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, man. Yeah. There was something to be said about that. So I just wanted to get your thoughts on that. I thought that was kind of Bush League on the NFL's part to come down hard on players, and every week guys are getting fined for quote-unquote helmet to helmet, and it's not helmet to helmet. You've seen some horrific, and let me say that one time, horrific calls by some of the referees, too. They can't get fined. But you see two coaches literally getting it on. They couldn't even go in the tunnel. The teams couldn't go in the tunnel. That's how bad it was. And the NFL decides not to fine them. So maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I need to look into it a little bit more. But I know what I saw, and I thought there should have been some kind of fine, but that didn't happen. So anyway, folks, we'll wrap up tonight's show once again. I want to thank everybody who came out tonight. It's been pretty nasty out there all day, so for you to come all the way out here from Redskins Park, too, we definitely appreciate that, as always, every week.
Thank you for having me.
We're having a lot of fun with this. Oral Pomodoro people have been real good to us.
Pizza's good, too. Come get some.
Yeah. I had some spaghetti earlier. I had a couple bites, then my daughter hijacked my food. So, yeah. Want to thank Doug Martin coming out, Mr. Jarman Gant, Diane Cheese, bro. Does great pictures, as always. Did you ham it up for the pictures for her?
I did.
Okay.
Today, I think we're acting full a little bit today, too.
Okay. All right, that's what we want. We also have some regulars, too. We have some new friends right here as well. We're following some new folks on Twitter. You'll see them on there. They're commenting on there. We have some loyal fans who came from Virginia as well. So, once again, everybody who came out, we definitely appreciate it.
I definitely see them all the time.
They come
as soon
out
as she walked
all
in,
the time.
All the time. The bus, when we leave, when we come back, they're there.
all three shows they came to this week, too. So,
okay.
And we've been, from Virginia to Maryland.
Appreciate you.
So, we're showing them some love. That's well. And our new friends right here, second week in a row, we definitely appreciate that. So, we'll get out.
Imagine with a simple push of a button, you could be on your way to getting firm, sculpted abs and a sexy waistline with the Contour Core Sculpting System. It's the breakthrough technology that requires no machines, no getting on the floor, no stress, and no strain.
Contour. The Contour is the real deal.
The secret is Contour's exclusive auto-active muscle toning technology, the digital breakthrough that automatically targets all your abdominal muscles, including your upper abs, lower abs, obliques, and even that stubborn lower belly. Thermographic testing proves Contour activates your entire core. The Contour Core Sculpting System comes with a one-size-fits-all Contour Core Belt, electronic controller with custom digital settings, batteries, and a 1-year warranty, plus an instructional guide and sensible eating plan. And it's all yours to try for 30 days for just $14.95. There's never been an easier, more effective way to get great-looking abs. So call and order right now.
Let me tell you some of the reasons people get into trouble with credit cards. A job loss or salary cut, an unexpected expense, a divorce. As founder of Consolidated Credit, I understand that credit card problems are not about overspending. It's about emergencies and unexpected situations. There's a lot of ways to get into trouble with debt. There's only one trusted way to get out. Consolidated Credit.
Call Consolidated Credit now. 1-800-445-1912.
Attention if you have diabetes.
Hello, I'm Alan Thicke. As the father of a child with diabetes, it's important that I keep up to date with the latest in treatments and technology. That's why I'm happy to tell you about a breakthrough in diabetes care through CCS Medical. You don't need to stick your fingers anymore. This new meter allows you to test on your arm, so it's virtually pain-free. Plus, it uses gold test strips. Real laser-etched gold in every strip provides the ideal testing surface for one of the most accurate readings possible. Best of all, CCS Medical can send you this meter at no cost. With CCS Medical, they deliver your diabetes supplies to your home. They work with Medicare or your insurance to process the paperwork. They even have nurses certified in diabetes available to answer questions. And for a limited time, CCS Medical will also send you a diabetes ID bracelet. All this from a company trusted and recommended by thousands of doctors around the country. Call CCS Medical today.
Car owners, does your vehicle have less than 120,000 miles on it? Is it less than 10 years old? Is your current auto warranty about to expire? Well, Cover America Auto Care has a very special offer just for you. With current economic conditions causing bankruptcies and a downturn in new car sales, Cover America Auto Care now offers inexpensive mechanical breakdown coverage direct to the public. You can save thousands of dollars on auto repairs. A toll-free line has been made available so car owners can call and get a free no-obligation quote. This auto protection is backed by an A-rated insurance carrier. Plus, you get a claims department that has an A-plus rating from the Better Business Bureau. 24-hour emergency roadside assistance is also included. You will be amazed at how much you can save on future car repair bills. So call for your free, no-obligation quote now. Do not wait. Get covered today and rest easy tonight.